Good morning, hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today we have a lovely Tanzanian in our Kraken cup. So good. Last time, I don't know if I think I forgot to update my description, but I had an Ethiopian. It was okay. It was a little too much like all African coffees. If you follow me long enough, I have this like, I'm not gonna say disdain, it's just not, I just don't like this one. I don't like the flavors. There's almost like too much flavors. Like a good Kenyan tastes like a soup in a cup. And some people really like that explosion of flavors. Kind of, it's like a heartier is probably the best way of saying it. It's like a heartier coffee. I don't want a heartier coffee. But this is really good. This one's good. Alright, I'll cut people some coffee. I do. I'm gonna get that out to you. Right to you soon. So I run a TCG player, and that's sort of like my pseudo business account. So I'm just waiting for. I sold some big cards. I'm waiting for that to go through, and we're gonna use that as our way of thanking. Sending you some coffee. It will be whole bean though, so find someone with a grinder. No. So this set is actually hot right now. There's actually a handful of really hot stuff right now. I noticed that the promo for Shiver, for instance, which has been sitting around $6, shot up. It's now at 50 something. I might offload that. I'm in the works of kind of floating some stuff. There's a buyout in Shiver, so I might try to take advantage of that buyout. Hair of Tenacity, really good one. Rising Solar Tide. If you didn't know, I'm just less into FaB than I used to be. So I want to get like every single card and all the legendaries, and now I'm more or less just kind of waiting till find out what the PvE has for us, because I think PvE will be really good. But I am loving some Clash. I have a bunch of Clash decks made. The only thing I don't have made is I don't have Katsu made, I don't have Benji made, and I don't have the Merchants made. Reason why I don't have them made, new cards are coming out. Wreck Havoc has to go into everything, like pretty much. So, that's our poor man's version of CNC, Command and Conquer. So those aren't going to get made until that set comes out. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that set. Let's see here. Dreamweavers, Plow Through, and Seeping Shadow. Plow Through is actually a really good card. I just haven't figured out where to put it. I really like this card. Like a lot. I just don't know where to put it. That's the problem. Because if it's defended by an attack action card, it gets +1. So at that, it could push it to a +4 when you're swinging with your hatchets. That's still just a 6er. If I'm swinging with my sword, that's potentially 7-ish. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Because the door I want to do reactions with. And Bolton, I'm wanting to do. I don't do a lot of this stuff, right? Like you want to charge your soul and then move into that. So I just don't know where it fits, right? Because for one, getting that potential +1 isn't worth it when I can do a 0 for 3. Sharpened Steel is 0 for 3. Steeping Shadows. 2 rares. So the next set is supposed to be Light and Dark. We've kind of gotten confirmation on that. It's rumored, but it was a leak. So it's supposed to bring our 2 heroes, the LL out, so we'll have a couple new heroes. We have a new Prism, which will be cool. I'm excited to just kind of build with them. We can, you know, having two different chains, especially for like a clash. Here's a chain for this and a chain for that. So we'll see. Clash doesn't have a lot of, so like it can still use Seeds of Agony. So it's kind of like, I don't know. We'll see. They might do adult only versions too, because Prism and Chain are still in. Like they're still young. Their young version is still in Blitz. So I could see them going and just doing adult versions of them and saying, hey, we'll release the other versions of these once they LL. Express Lightning, Overload. Great card, Overload. It's really good. Warmonger's Recital. Also another good card. When you attack action gains +1, it's put on the bottom of your deck. Ghostly Visit. That's like a must-have in any dark ones. I'm just excited too for Levia, right? I hope that they bring support for Shadow and Dark, bring us a couple new replacements, and then a couple new heroes. It'd be really fun to get a couple new young heroes for Light and Dark to just kind of expand on that. Rally the Rearguard, good card. I really like this card. 2 for 6, and you can give it +3. Discard a card, give it +3. Losing a card though is a big deal, right? Like instead of being like pitch 1, right, and then you can use armor to block, this way you're discarding card. So I'm dropping it for 2, discarding card to make it to 5, but I think it's worth it right here, because like if it was a +1 you could do it with Iron Plates. What do we got? Deep Rooted Evil is our fun reality. This is a good card that I wish we would see more of. Dromai, Iris of Reality, Dromai. It is a. I don't think it's ever going to be like uber competitive. I've seen it. It looks really fun. I get what it's doing, but you have to give up your dragons attacking, which I think is too much of a cost. Yeah, it's just that that's the other thing is the what am I forgetting the name? But anyways, the one that Prism actually uses was just outclassed this one too much, outclassed Iris of Reality too much, which is why they ended up making weapons LL out with their heroes, because what would happen is there would be weapons that are just outclassing other ones and no way to get rid of them, right? You look at you know, Briar, right? She's gonna LL soon, maybe, I don't know, she's always on the verge of LLing and she can't pull through. Not with the ice, prevalent ice decks. But Thorn, right? Every Runeblade runs Thorn. If you don't run Thorn, you have to have a very good reason why you're not running Thorn. On a separate sheet is you got Chain's Weapon, which was, you know, banish a card, give it +2, and if it hits, deal a arcane. Well, 3 is easy to block. Why wouldn't you? Whereas Briar, it's 2 and 2, like, so they're still doing 4 damage, but hers is just, hey, do an attack action and a non-attack action, and you can attack with it for 4. For that, it's 2 and 2 block, right? You're always going to block the sword potentially, but 2 is so I found with Chain, right, like you're pre-contact or whatever, the best thing to do is to actually attack when it's got 1, because then it's going to deal 2 damage. So you deal 1 and then you deal an arcane. They're probably not going to block that. They might, but they're probably not going to, because like, hey, it's just 1, maybe 2, you know, I'll take 2. But then you can trigger all the effects of, if you did arcane damage this turn, do XYZ. You can trigger all those. And so it's like a way of kind of a starter, so like you can swing with the sword first and then do all of that. But I digress. Big news. So this is our hit today. Big news. Sorcery has started shipping. Some pre-cons have come out. Some stores have gotten pre-cons. I don't know if we've gotten ours yet. we ordered, or Mike, I say we, Mike really, bought out our LGS. This is what he did. He bid our LGS to get it, and then proceeded to buy them out. So we're gonna need to get some more at our LGS. But one of the things that I love about Mike, and one of the reasons why I team up with Mike, is because he's so generous. He'll go out and he'll buy stuff, and he'll drop a couple grand on it, and he'll roll, and he doesn't need all of that, and he'll just be like, here, let me get you some playables, let me get you some cards. There's always a handful of times where he's like, hey, this card's worth $200, I'm gonna sell it. It's like, yeah, dude, sell it. But for playables and stuff, he's so generous. He basically, without him, I wouldn't have my collection in Cryptic at all. Like, he got me all of my sets of Cryptic. He gave me bulk from like 2 or 3 boxes that he didn't need. He gave me a box to open up on here, which we to open up. It was a blast. Just gave it to me, and then anything special, I try to get back to him. Because he's so generous, I try to make sure he gets all of the cool collectible stuff. He gets me playables. I try to make sure he gets all the collectible stuff. Because that takes a lot of money to be that generous. So I appreciate the hell out of Mike. Such a good guy, and that's why I team up with him. He's phenomenal. A really good friend. So I literally can't say enough about my partner in crime on our channel. Anyways, so we do have Sorcery coming out. I'm sure if there's anybody locally, I'm sure Mike will get them product or stuff for them to play. I'm just overly excited. I'll probably get a playset of everything. I don't know. I do know that we are going to try to get some stuff on the website. Still working on that. I haven't had a real chance to dive into that as much, but I'm going to work my hardest in the next couple of weeks, because we want to get some stuff to you guys, our viewers, too, for good prices. Make sure that nobody can price gouge. So we want to get some stuff over to you guys as well. So just be on the lookout. We might be getting some product up on our website once it's up and running, to sell for good prices, because we believe everyone should have a chance at getting product in their hand at a good price. Like, we're not here to price gouge people. I do know Mike's been doing some whatnot and stuff. So Wednesday, I say it all to say is Wednesday, if we have product in hand, we'll probably be playing some Sorcery. Right now I think it's just the pre-con decks have been coming out. If we don't, we are going to be playing Pokemon. I'm getting Mike into Pokemon. He's going to be doing probably some drip streaming, selling Pokemon. So he's wanting to learn the hell out of Pokemon. He was teaching his son the other night, and I'm stoked. I built 4. I had to print out a bunch of cards because they're not out yet, or I just don't have the cards yet because they weren't good before, and now they are. That's what happens with rotation. So we're gonna be playing Pokemon new rotation, because rotation happens in 2 or 3 weeks. Anyways, I digress. Way longer than I meant it to be. Everybody have a wonderful day. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Enjoy your week. I had an absolute rough night. I owe my kids an apology for sure. They were up a million times and I yelled at them for frustration. My wife, the best wife ever, she's like, you need to stop. And I'm like, you're right. Everybody's exhausted. I'm exhausted. You have a great day. I will see you tomorrow, and be kind to those around you. Apologize if you haven't been. I will see you in the morning.